Rolling Stone had an article where they talked to President Obama about several different issues. Now, the press discussed it a little bit, what he said about marijuana, et cetera, and then they just let it go. But I thought there was two parts in there that were really, really telling. One was on financial issues. Is he going to hold the top bankers accountable? Well, here's the quote on that. He says, "I think there's still possibilities of criminal prosecutions, but what I've instructed the Attorney General to do is to follow the evidence and follow the law. That's how our system works." Now, hold for a second. Still possibilities of criminal prosecution, but what I've instructed the Attorney General to do is to follow the evidence and follow the law. That's how our system works. I'll put on my decoder ring for you. Hell no, we're not going to prosecute anyone. That's a way of saying, oh, look, some of the things that were done were unfortunate, but were they illegal? This is the excuse they use every time. They weren't illegal. No. Well, that's the way our system works. You just got to follow the law. What could we do? By the way, there's an excellent case to be made that they were definitely illegal. They were fraudulent. There's internal emails saying this stuff is toxic. The CEO turns around and tells the rest of the country, or tells the public, oh, invest in us. Yeah, absolutely. This stuff is A-OK. That's criminal fraud. But they don't want to prosecute that because the bankers give them money. So President Obama says, well, we'd love to take action, but I have instructed the Attorney General not to do a goddamn thing. Okay? That's keeping it real. Okay, that's what's happening on the banks. There's not going to be no criminal prosecution. Maybe if they get super desperate before the election. But I doubt it even then, right? So now you turn into the issue of the climate change and Keystone. They asked about Keystone, Rolling Stone did. A couple of parts of this that are great. So here's President Obama's answer. James Hansen is a scientist who has done enormous amount not only to understand climate change, but also to help publicize the issue. I have the utmost respect for scientists. Okay, now when they say I have the utmost respect for scientists, you know the word that's coming next, right? But before we get there, they're asking him, hey, look, James Hansen is saying that it could be literally game over for the climate if you do the Keystone project. So this is him saying, oh, this classic Obama. Oh, James Hansen is a great guy, and I respect scientists. So here comes the next sentence. But it's important to understand that Canada is going to be moving forward with tar sands, regardless of what we do. That's their national policy. They're pursuing it. End of this. If he wins re-election, he is definitely authorizing the next portion of Keystone. He already authorized the southern portion. And the big to-do was, oh man, he really delivered for environmentalists because the northern portion he has not yet authorized. Write it down in stone. He will definitely reauthorize Keystone. He said, when he said that, it sounded like Bush, didn't it? Yeah, I respect scientists and all, but they're full of crap. Right? So he says, there's nothing we can do about it. Canada's going to do it either way. Well, we might as well profit from it. That's the Republican line. Oh, it would go to China. It would go to China. They're going to build it anyway. We should get it. Well, but if you're not convinced, one last one. The reason that Keystone got so much attention, President Obama says, is not because that particular pipeline is a make or break issue for climate change, but because those who have looked at the science of climate change are scared and concerned about the general lack of sufficient movement to deal with the problem. You understand the trick there? I am generally concerned about climate change, but that specific issue about Keystone is not important. So when I authorize that pipeline, don't sweat it too much. End of this. Look, my job is to analyze the politics for you guys. And I've been following President Obama for a long time now. I'm telling you, write it down in stone. He is authorizing Keystone if he gets reelected.